Pray diligently, stay alert with your eyes wide open in gratitude. Colossians chapter 4 verse 2. Welcome to the Grateful Circle podcast, where we talk about gratitude, self-love, and faith. I'm your host, Christine Grace Tame, and thanks for joining me today as we grow a grateful heart for a grateful life. It is amazing how kids learn how to speak. From a small infant who only knew "wah," a year after, they will know how to utter so many words like mommy, daddy, wee wee, kiss, bye, and nanite. When my daughter Katie was over a year old, she sang a strange song. Beep, 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 nose. We were so puzzled because we did not teach her any song with such lyrics. We asked all the persons she has interacted with during the past days, but they were also clueless. We tried to listen to the songs and movies she used to watch, but still we had no answers. A day after, I told the story to my best friend who also had a young toddler. She affirmed that her baby also seems to compose songs, but she later realizes which song her baby was singing. I sang the song to her, and she knew the song. It was from Frozen. Arendelle's in deep, 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 deep snow. We couldn't stop laughing at ourselves for not recognizing the lyrics and the tone. This story reminded me about recognizing God's voice in our everyday lives. His story isn't like what we watched in Superbook, where God speaks in a low tone coming from the clouds. Today, with so many voices in our heads, it could be hard to listen to which one is God's, especially if we are not used to listening to Him. A prayer is a conversation with God. Conversations or open communication is an important ingredient in any relationship. Without constant contact with someone, we cannot say that we are close to that person. Being prayerful is vital in our roles as wives, as mothers, as daughters. During Jewel's Conference 2020, Sis Lane Cogna said that we must fight for our prayer time every single day. She emphasized that a praying wife is a surrendered woman. With many roles we carry on our shoulders, we must constantly remind ourselves that we are not in control. When we pray, we release our family to the Lord for Him to bless and to use for His glory. Every time we pray, which should be daily, we are equipped with selflessness. This makes us a woman of peace. When we pray, we don't need to screen our prayers. If we feel bad towards someone or we are concerned about a certain lack, we can speak about it to God. He can take it in no matter how big or how small because He is a loving God. Whether we talk gibberish like a baby, God can always respond with a clear voice. We just have to wear our listening ears and thinking caps. When we pray, we talk, He listens. Then He talks, and we ought to listen. Ask the Lord to open your heart and mind for His answers because God can give specific instructions. Do you remember how Jesus called Peter to be His disciple in Luke chapter 5 verses 5 to 11? Jesus was standing at the lake of Gennesaret talking to a crowd when He saw fishermen who seemed to be frustrated that they did not catch any fish. Jesus said to them, "Put out into deep water and let down the nets for a catch." Peter, Andrew, James, and John followed the instruction, and they caught a large number of fish that their nets began to break. A similar story was told in John chapter 21 when Jesus appeared to His friends after He rose from the dead. Peter, James, and John, together with the other disciples, were trying to catch fish from the Sea of Galilee, but to no avail. Jesus said, "Throw your net on the right side of the boat and you will find some." This led to the same outcome. They were unable to haul the nets because of overflowing fish. Peter, as well as James and John, have been fishermen all their life. They were experts on that field. They know when the best time to fish is, where to place their boat, and how to throw the nets. Yet, they still experienced obstacles and needed clear instructions. You may be a mother or a wife for quite some time now, but we all need God's voice to tell us where to throw our nets. If we miss the part when God speaks to us in prayer, then the conversation is unfinished, incomplete. So let us speak to Him every day and listen to Him more. What is the reward of constant conversation with God? We will know how to recognize His voice. Have you experienced going to a crowded place like a mall, then you hear someone cry and know instantly that it was your child? With daily conversations with someone, our brain records not just what we hear through our ears, but also the other sensations that come with it. For instance, when you hear your child's voice, you also take in the emotions that come during that moment. And every time you are exposed to that certain memory, it increases our brain's ability to remember. Thus, recognizing the voice and all that comes with it becomes easy. So when we pray diligently with a grateful heart, the more gratitude sticks with us. Thankful Trivia! In a study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, a group of individuals were asked to write down their blessings every week. At the same time, another group of people were instructed to make a record of their burdens. Results show that the grateful group exercised more regularly, experienced less sickness, felt good about their lives, and welcomed the upcoming week with more positivity compared to the burden group. What are you waiting for? Count your blessings today. I wish to connect with you personally. Please follow me and send me a DM on Instagram at Christine Grace Tome. It's a joy to journey with you towards a grateful heart. You're a blessing to me. I claim a grateful life for you and me.